Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to rock a full Gogeta team. Now obviously, we have got a lot of power on this bad boy. Very similar to how the full Vegito team has got a lot of power. Well, the full Gogeta team might actually even be better, just because they're all going to link up perfectly with Over in a Flash, right? Like, all of these dudes have got Over in a Flash, whereas like some of the Vegitos are kind of mixed around between Over in a Flash and Prepare for Battle and stuff like that. Whereas, like, all of these dudes are just coming out strong. Well, I guess, actually, the LR physical Gogeta, he is Prepare for Battle, isn't he? He's Prepare for Battle and Fuse Fighter. Okay, but, I mean, that's not really so big of a deal. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and, like, just tear through this. Like, you know, okay, one thing I immediately think upon seeing this team, like, this rotation right here, where we got the, you know, the Gogeta from the Broly movie, and then we've also got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta there, is keep in mind that this last resort category team, which both Blue Vegito and Blue Gogeta lead, it's got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on it. It's got, you know, STR Spirit Bomb Kaioken Goku and he releases on JP. All those units are on it. So you're going to have just a ludicrous team, this last resort category team. And then when something like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta releases, which, I mean, almost assuredly is going to happen, right? It's going to be even crazier. So here we got the two Gogetas next to each other. Obviously, at a certain point, we're not going to have them next to each other anymore, because, okay, so we've got his active skill right away. We could do a turn 1. So, one thing I wish we could do with these Gogeta units, right? Like, it is unfortunate. I do think Vegito is better. Because Vegito, with that guaranteed second super attack, I feel like that's just going to be so meaningful and impactful. What I wish you were able to do was actually keep base Gogeta pretty much in that third slot perpetually while he's in his base form, right? Because then that would allow you the opportunity to maximize his defense by getting that 50% chance to dodge, which he does have when he's in that third slot. And then hopefully carry that over to when he goes Super Saiyan Blue, right? Because as Super Saiyan Blue, whereas Vegito, you know, in the first two slots does like 2 super attacks, Gogeta does a super attack, an additional normal, which is going to be an additional normal always, and is super effective against all types. But considering they also both raise defense on their 18 and 12 key super attacks, I feel as though Vegito getting that double defensive raise as well as the double guaranteed super, I just feel like that's far more impactful than the super effective attacks against all types. And I really would like to just run Gogeta in the third slot then, because then he would get, you know, he'd lose the super effective against all types, but then he would have the guaranteed second super, and he would have a 50% chance to dodge at Blue in slot 3. But the issue is, in slot 3, Vegito and Gogeta do not build up their passive, right? So they get 7% attack and defense when they attack 11 times up to a max of 77%, right? So obviously we are not able to get that with Gogeta in that third slot of the rotation, which is very, very unfortunate. Gogeta, it is going to be pretty easy from the super attack most of the time as well, because he does get that 5 key right away, right? Like, gain 5 key and performing an additional when attacking an enemy, so it's going to be super easy for him to basically just jump up to right near that 18 key super attack like all the time, right? So here's this 12 key super. I think this is the first time I've gotten this in a video, his 12 key super attack, actually, because these units, I mean, what a shock, right? Do not really struggle for key. Okay, how much damage will he take right here? This will be interesting. 100k, that's nothing bad at all. And remember, that was only, like, what, like the first, was that the, did we have that Gogeta on rotation last turn? I think we did. So, I can't remember which one transformed or not, but, you know, he is still able to build up that attack and defense while he's in that first or second slot. So this one right here, on this attack, he's not actually building up his attack or defense. That does look really, that looks better than the movie. Like, in the movie, this, like CGI cutscene is just, like, not great, but then in Dokkan, it looks absolutely spectacular, jaw-dropping, right? So I really, really love that about Dokkan, that they're able to make, you know, some of these moments from the anime now and movies and stuff like that just even better. Like, very, very impressive. Okay, so now here, yeah, we just have 50 blue Gogetas all over the place. I love it. And then this transformed Gogeta, this full Gogeta team, very, very fun. And then I think I could, because of the way transforming units work, like, I think this blue Gogeta would still link up with the STR LR blue Gogeta. That's what's so crazy. And then, of course, they do have these active skills. Now, one advantage Gogeta has over Vegito. Number one, I think his animations are better. I like Gogeta's animations better. But number two, his active skill attack, I think, is stronger than Vegito's, because if Gogeta is in slot 1 or 2, he will get that super effective against all types. Remember, on his active skill, too. So, like, Vegito, when Vegito uses his active skill, you know, he gets his, greatly raise attack temporarily and does ultimate damage. Well, Gogeta does the same thing, except he's also going to have super effective against all types. So, like, Gogeta is going to end up outputting more damage with his active skill, a la the STR Spirit Bomb Goku, right? So, boom, here we go. Like, this is a perfect example, right? So, well, let me not use it right here because, you know, Goku is AGL, so we are effective against him anyway. I'll wait until next turn, right? Keep in mind that in order to actually use the attack as well, the enemy does have to be below 50% HP. It's kind of just like how the Majin Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku work, right? Where those two units, their transformations only work depending upon the enemy's HP. In that case, it has to be 80% or higher, I believe. Whereas here, in order to use this active skill sort of finishing attack, Kamehameha, that both of them have, you've got to be under, the enemy has to be under 50% HP. Okay, this is what we want to see right here. So Gogeta right now is at 79k defense, right? Now this is obviously before he's had time to really build up that defense of his. So this will be good to see. Like, how well is he going to, like, function after he super attacks? Like, how much damage will Goku do right here? 22k. Now, after he gets his super off right here, plus he's building up his attack and defense 2 times from his attacks, because even the additional normal, dude, look at these animations. Like, Gogeta, I'm sorry, Gogeta has better animations. Like, they look so good. They look so freaking good. Now he's taking double digits, yep, because that defense shoots way up from all the attacks he did, plus his super attack also raises defense. I have to actually find out, like, how much of a percent raise that defensive buff actually is, from both the 12 and 18 key super attacks for the Vegito as well as Gogeta, but it certainly does seem to be a very, very significant number. And then seeing that STR LR Gogeta compared to this one, like, look at the power gap between them. Like, STR Gogeta is just going to look way more impressive with, like, the damage and stuff he's dealing. Like, obviously it's 2 years later, right? But still, just, again, very, very impressive to see. Okay, so we can use the active skill here, and I think I am indeed going to bust this out. So here, of course, I think this is the single greatest animation in Dokkan history right here. The full force Kamehameha or the ultimate Kamehameha, whatever is that you want to call it. I think this is the #1 best looking, like, thing in Dokkan right now. Look at the damage. So he crit, he was super effective against all types, and then he has the amazing windscreen right there. Like, look at that. It's just beautiful. That is incredible, impeccable, whatever you want to say. And don't forget that active skill, that should also be building up his attack and defense as long as he's in those first 2 slots, right? So don't forget that either. Okay, so let me do this, and we'll be able to get Gogeta a ton of these orbs right here. What is his defense currently at? He's at 90k. So I think after he does all these super attacks, he should be good against this Blue Goku. Even though Blue Goku has type advantage, Gogeta getting, you know, again, the extra 2 attacks worth of defense, plus him also super attacking and raising his defense. I think even this Blue Goku should be doing double-digit damage to STR Gogeta. If he super attacked, I think he could do some damage to us, but I don't think we would die from it. Maybe around 200k, but I think even the Gogeta at the end will be able to survive. So I might need to use an item here depending upon how it looks. Give me one more attack. No, he didn't. Double digits. It is 7,000, so a super attack would be very scary right here, actually. Okay, good. I'm glad he didn't super. It would have been close. Because, all right, so it looks like, you know, Gogeta, again, like, because, well, nah, I mean, it doesn't, like, Vegito and Gogeta, they're building up their defense the same, except for the fact, like, okay, because both of them get the attack and defense 7% every time they attack, right? But I guess the one big difference there is that Vegito has the double super, which STR Gogeta does not have. So he's missing out on one of those stacks right there. I am actually, I think, going to go ahead and drop a Dende just to be on the safe side, you know, just to get us through this. You know, the Gogeta units, some of them are a little bit squishy. You know, some of it, of course, is reliant upon some of their dodging, right? You know, like dodging is so big with a lot of these Gogeta units, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you know, the blue Gogetas both have dodges. The Super Saiyan Gogetas have dodges, right? So it's all important with them. And again, I am now really looking forward to when we see LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta come out. He, I think, has the potential to probably surpass this blue Gogeta and blue Vegito, because if they keep him with that super attack counter mechanic the same way he's got in this right now as his Super Saiyan 4, that is just going to be jaw-dropping. Like, you know, if he's doing 5 million damage on a crit on a super attack counter with like a 70% chance, like that would make like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta just like unparalleled. So I would love to see what would happen with that, right? Okay, so we'll probably get... Yeah, we might make this the last turn right here. We'll go ahead and get this super attack with our boy Gogeta. This is an 18-key super attack, of course. Remember, he does get that 5-key upon attacking, which is nice. So that will always allow him to be on the good end. He's only at 100k defense right here. Could we die? I actually think we potentially could die in this rotation. Like, if UI Goku would super right away, yeah, he's taking 40k, huh? So, like, without him really building up that attack and defense with many attacks, Gogeta would probably be a little bit exposed in that first spot. I mean, obviously, after he does his supers and, you know, gets a little bit of extra defense, he's good. So, against STR UI Goku, I would think STR Blue Gogeta in that third spot. Like, that's definitely good. But Int UI Goku blocks dodging, right? Like, you can't actually dodge against Int UI Goku. So that does sort of hurt that extra little versatility you have with these units. Like, I like that. The fact that you can... Like, in case you need it in some difficult event at some point, you can put them in that last slot and let them gain that 50% dodging. I think that's a very unique and interesting ability. Dokkan did a really, really good job with that, I think. So, all right, we'll go ahead and finish up here. Let me know what you guys think of these Vegito and Gogetas. I just did like 6 straight videos on them. I mean, they're that impressive. Their super attack animations are that good. I just love both of these units. I think they are extraordinary. I don't know if I would consider... I think Vegito probably is the best unit in the game. I don't know about Gogeta yet, though. I need to use him more. I want to see how effective he is in, like, Super Battle Road and stuff like that. But Vegito does feel a little bit better to me. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.